Okay, so I am on my way outside. I'm going to visit my sweet Mama Violet. She's in the hospital. She's under chemo care. And Faith just had this unction to go see her. So I'm going to just act on that and go see her because it's time anyway. But as I was getting ready, I was like slowing down my thoughts. Yeah, I'm still on that, slowing down my thoughts. And they're not bad. It's not good or bad. It just is. And the thoughts that I was having landed me to my scale again because I'm studying myself, studying the waves of the brain and where the brain and where your mind, your ego can take you if you don't recognize that you can pull yourself back in and your soul is in control. I could get spiritual about it. I could bring up some verses or some scriptures, but I'm not. I'm not living that wave anymore like that, but it will come up and it always does come up. But I was having like feelings and it was the lower ego self. That doesn't mean that okay, so this is what it is. On this journey, on my awakening, and what I have always been taught is not to focus on how you're feeling, but to cast the devil out. The devil is a liar. The devil ain't gonna do nothing to you. All along, in the meanwhile, I'm still feeling these feelings. Hold on. I'm still feeling these feelings of and I'm not placing blame. This is not a blame shame. You know, you leave the church, you do what you need to do. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm just sharing because I care and I know that I have a gift and it reaches and it touches. And sometimes I'm just urged to share. But I was told to resist pride, resist anger, don't have a desire for anything other than Jesus Christ, and fear the Lord, because if you don't, he's going to do this to you. And grief, it was just heavy, like, oh my God, it's grief and anxiety, guilt, and shame. So as I'm detoxing myself and I'm thinking about the goodness, because now I have the courage. I'm at this age. The mirroring is always hard. But I'm at this stage. I'm self-empowering. I have the courage. I have the neutrality is good. It is what it is. I have the willingness and the acceptance, and the inner light is shining through me. What does that say? The inner wisdom and inner love is where I like to stay. That is where I like to stay. But as I was up today, I started to think about a situation that I really have a feeling for the situation, a lot of them. But I started to say, like, no, you can't feel that way. Remember, you're angry. Remember, because you're being resisted. Remember, you have that desire, but it's not even being met with anything. And then it started taking me to fear. And I was like, no. I was going to jump on when I was like feeling that. But I said, let me calm down. Let me remember who I am. Let me remember what I'm teaching myself and what I have been taught. And just accepting the fact that, yes, I do have these feelings. Yes, I do have these desires. Yes, I do have these wants. And I'm not going to feel shame about it. I'm not going to stay in that level of purgatory and hell, because there's nothing wrong with having desires. There's nothing wrong with having a liking for some things or somebody, or like, whatever you may be going through. If you're not harming anybody, deal morally, but I feel good about myself. I feel good for making that choice. And I do know that because Flo is coming. And she be screaming. Women, we feel it in our pelvic area. We feel it in our back. We feel it in our hips and our walk. And then because she's angry, like, we like to identify her as like a bad person. No, Flo is coming to give some wisdom. Flo is coming to give some inner light. This is my new mindset on the monthly cleansing part of being a woman. Because it doesn't make sense to identify and label myself as something bad, or a process that was innately, biologically given to me to produce life. Now all of a sudden it's a bad thing, and she causes so much turmoil every month. I'm not going for that. But what what it is just balance, y'all. Everything is about balance. Balance in the scale. The pH scale, if it's out of balance, yes, Flo showing up and she hurt. She coming in pain. She coming in misery. But there's always a solution for a problem. If you have a problem, there is always a solution. There's always a solution. And the solution that I say, Coach, is just move slow. Slow down everything. And that friend, I was gonna say my friend, that is fear. That is scary. But it's not that type of fear. It's more of a just self-empowerment, like just accept it. Because it's all gonna work out. It did back then and it will right now. Because it's not just me sitting around. I'm doing the work. I'm preparing. I'm preparing to be a wife. I'm preparing. I'm a mother. I'm about to be a mother to an adult child. I'm preparing to go back into the workforce and to get a career where I can walk in my purpose and be aligned. I have to be these things because what you are who you attract. And that is where you have to stop, breathe, think before you say the wrong thing about yourself. Because what I have discovered, what I picked up on myself and what I was discovering when I was a therapist is that we sometimes get upset because we're attracting someone to us. And because that person is whatever they are, they just don't line up with us, for example. And I'm talking about relationships, y'all. I am talking about relationships. And that can be with anybody. But we start to say, like, I'm attracting this, so there's something wrong with them. So it got to be something wrong with me. Or we just say point blank, it's them, it's not me. But if you understand your soul journey, and if you are in alignment with your soul journey, and if you truly believe that though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil. So when people come into my life and they seem like they're the devil and all of this stuff, cut all of that out. No, because I'm attracting, I'm not chasing. So everybody is brought into my life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And I have envisioned, I have saw that I have attracted people into my life. This 813 number keep calling me. I don't know, people like to spam me. But I am attracting lifelong people that's going to be in my life forever. And I just have to understand that and accept that. And that's okay. I don't have to go in and say things like, oh, I'm attracting this. You're attracting what you need for that moment. And if you don't get the lesson, it'll just come back. And that don't mean that you're like stupid or anything. You're not worthy. It's just you get it until you get it. You keep going through it until you get it. And I guess I wanted to get on here and just say, have grace on yourself. Have grace for the journey, because it's needed. It's not easy going to another level of life, another way of thinking, because when I think about it, I'm 42 years old. I wear turtlenecks. Like, I'm older, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being an older person because I have been through so much stuff. Look at them girls, though. I have been through so much stuff in my life. It's time that I give back. It's time that I spread information to these young women, to these young men, to these parents, to just spread my gift, because I've been gifted a gift. And for me to sit on it and stay in those levels of consciousness where it's the ego self and it's all about a victim. Look, it say it's a victim mentality. Victimization is a horrible place to be. And I'm not down with that. So that's juice for the journey today. Try it with me. 4 times, taking an inhale. 4 times, let it out. And then that's how you pump yourself up. That is how you get yourself ready. And it'll just become a habit eventually. So I did my juice today. I'm glad I started the 7-day juice, and I did that. So just keep knocking out your goals, y'all. All the other stuff, the material stuff, the houses, the lands, the cars, all of that's going to come. But I cannot be sitting in the car disgruntled, y'all. I can't be sitting in the car, and you know what I mean? Like, material things don't mean nothing because I'm bringing my spirit into it. So when I leave it back into this earth, because it's not coming with me, I want to leave a deposit for somebody to enjoy what I enjoyed on this earth. So this is why I journal. This is why I video record. This is why I write things, because I know that I have a purpose. And if you in my life, I truly do thank you for standing by me, and for I'm standing by you too. We all in this together. Okay, love y'all.